Maui's police chief, a famous football player, and a comedian are among the high-profile men accused in a civil lawsuit of participating in or facilitating crimes alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs.
And the chief and others say it is not true, but now Maui's mayor is asking the police commission to place the chief on leave while this is investigated.
A nearly 90-page lawsuit accuses John Pelletier of serving as muscle for Sean Diddy Combs in California and Las Vegas, several years before Pelletier left Las Vegas to become Maui County Chief of Police. The same suit accuses NFL player Odell Beckham Jr. and a comedian known as Drewski of rape. We asked the chief, county, police commission, and police union for a response. A Maui Police Department spokesperson says the chief has no connection to anyone in the suit. We are confident that the evidence will demonstrate these claims to be false and will expose those who are deliberately trying to manipulate the legal system to spread misleading narratives. The union declined to comment. We asked the plaintiff's attorney for additional comment, too, without reply. Then, late Monday, the mayor's office forwarded us a letter he sent to the Maui Police Commission, calling for Pelletier to be placed on administrative leave pending further investigation. Mayor Richard Bisson says due process must be observed, but the existence of these allegations alone presents concerns regarding public trust, adding that putting the chief on leave and launching an independent investigation does not constitute a presumption of guilt, but ensures that he is not in a position that may compromise the integrity of the office while the matter is under review. We asked the chief's office for additional response to the mayor's move. Beckham Jr. said on his social media, "I really can't even believe that my name is mentioned in that matter. There is absolutely no truth to those allegations." Drewski said on social media, "This allegation is a fabricated lie. I was broke living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish." KHON2's legal analyst explains why high-profile people can be targeted by lawsuits.
It's not uncommon at all for high-profile people to be named, especially be named as a large group of defendants in this kind of lawsuit. And the reason why is because when you're sitting at a very high level in the government, whether you're the police chief or a mayor or the governor of a state, it's very easy to be targeted because then that potentially opens up the finances and the wallet.
The accusations date back to 2018 when Pelletier was still on the mainland with the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. He is accused, among other things, of posing as a Contra Costa California sheriff in order to deter a woman from filing a rape charge.
I think the thing about high-profile people is that they do have a strong presence in terms of anybody being able to Google or determine whether or not somebody is actually in the vicinity and then of doing something because they were in that location. Again, we don't know. Maybe these specific allegations are true, but the best thing to do is to wait for the lawsuit to play out and find out whether they are true or completely false.
Other unnamed plaintiffs alleged Pelletier arrested them at gunpoint in Las Vegas under bogus warrant charges and restrained them in his home. They allege Pelletier kept a list of safe houses for parties. The lawsuit involving Pelletier is a civil matter. Combs' case is criminal, involving sex trafficking, plus numerous civil lawsuits.
There's a difference between a civil case, which is one person suing another person for money, versus a criminal case, which would be the government investigating somebody and then accusing that person of a crime for which they might end up doing prison time or have to pay a large fine to the government.
Now, in response to the mayor's call for the chief to be put on leave, his spokesperson says, "We stand by the statements released earlier today in which the chief strongly denies all of the allegations in this suit." His spokesperson says the baseless allegations not only hurt him, but show a lack of respect for victims of abuse.